Hello everyone, nice to see you all and hoping to see many of you on this live question answer session on the course System Design for Sustainability. I hope all of you are having a good time with the course and especially from week 6 when we started with the project. I hope that you are also having a good learning experience with the project. So in today's session, we will start with some of the questions that we received through the Google document that was shared with all of you. In case you have any other questions or questions on what I am going to say over here, you can type it and I will try to answer them. So the first question that we will take today is about, Arunesh has asked this question. His question is, I have been following the course and found it very interesting and exciting as an aspiring designer. However, I am not sure as to what should be my learning approach so as to get the maximum out of this course. In terms of both grasping the concept as well as applying them. So please enlighten me on this. Thanks. So first of all, thank you, Arunesh, for this particular very interesting question. I think Arunesh is a design student as well. Yes, he is a design student. So this question I will answer in particular to all those students who are doing a course in design at this moment, and then in general for learners who are from other disciplines. So since this is a MOOC course wherein we do not get much opportunity to do a one-to-one study, so most of the course is designed in a manner that we have tried to give you a lot of theoretical aspects. So you can go through those theoretical aspects. You would have seen the first 2 weeks of the course was very heavily laden with terminologies. So the terminologies are very important because only when you understand the terminologies, you can use them in order to achieve design for sustainability. So for the terminologies, the learning approaches, we have to just memorize those terminologies, understand the concept, understand how it is calculated or how it is operationalized. So say for example, if I take a simple concept like product service system design, you have to understand what does this mean, what does this whole terminology consist of, and what all belongs to this category and what all does not belong to this category. After about 2 weeks of this particular heavily laden terminology related course, we slowly started moving into how to apply those concepts. So in that particular context, you have been given a small assignment on how to do a life cycle assessment. So your assignment had a calculation assignment. So when you do that, that's another learning approach. The major learning approach that is to be taken is through the project. So when you apply the concepts that are being taught, some of the concepts at least, because given the time frame, it is not possible to use all the concepts, you can get a practical experience and better understanding of those concepts in the given context. How can you keep learning more and more about sustainability? So sustainability is not a matter of choice. So if your client says that I want sustainability, you bring in sustainability. It is also not like if you're a student, if your teacher says bring in sustainability in your project, only then you bring it. Sustainability is a way of design thinking. So whenever you try to do design anything, you can always bring in sustainability, all the concepts that you have learned. So now since we have started working on the MSDS methodology, you can slowly see over the next 2 weeks that how the MSDS methodology is very close to the design methodology and with an added component of how to think in terms of sustainability. So you can take up any project, all projects that you do, whether your academic projects or your professional projects, and you can slowly try to build in certain aspects of sustainability into it. This will be beneficial for you to learn the concept better and better. It's an extremely wide concept, so it will take time to learn. And at the same time, you might end up designing products and services which are more sustainable and better for our earth. Coming to the second part of the question, it talks about in terms of both grasping. Okay, so in terms of grasping the concepts as well as applying them, so certain concepts you have to remember them and apply them in projects. So I think I covered it for the design students. For the non-design learners who are participating in this course, you might be from mechanical engineering background, any other engineering background, or social sciences background, and so on. So, how do you maximize your learning? Again, applying it is the best way to do so. The same application principle goes ahead with your case also. Maybe your client or maybe your teacher is not asking you to apply them for projects, but you can always apply them in any other project. As and when you start applying to it, you can actually apply those concepts to your day to day living also. That gives you a good way of practicing it in your life, and maybe you can at least transform your own self into a more sustainable person. Let's go to the next question. This one has been also raised by a student, Giselle Wilson. Sorry if I am not pronouncing your name properly. The question is, I would like to know the scope of this field if one decides to do a master's course in sustainability with prior degree of product design, what kind of job opportunities are available? So before I answer this question regarding job opportunities, first I will answer the question related to where can you do a master's course. One student had outside this forum raised this question through email, so I think it will be good to discuss about it. So there are many universities across the globe who offer either full courses in full master's level courses in sustainability, or otherwise they have few electives, and through those electives you can specialize into this particular domain. A simple Google search will reveal a lot of these universities. Now, how do you choose these universities? Because sustainability, as you go through the entire course, you will see how sustainability is part of each and every domain. And each and every domain has come up with its own concepts. So, first, for your own self, you have to identify what is it that you want to be. You can take the life cycle assessment approach. So say you want to become a LCA expert, so then you have to select master's courses accordingly. You can go to these university websites and they will clearly tell you what their courses focus is. Say if you want to specialize in product service system design and sustainability related to that, you will again look for in those courses this kind of a course content that will help you in decide what are you looking for. Similarly, say you are from agricultural background, you can look up for appropriate courses. If you are interested in sustainability related to the policy domain, again you can find out which are the courses which are most suitable for you. So it's very important that you go through the course content of that particular university, which department is offering that course, and you will get your answers. Here at IIT Guwahati, we also conduct electives. The elective is called a System Design for Sustainability, and that elective is open for all our undergraduate as well as postgraduate and PhD students. In case you are a design student and you are looking for specifically design oriented sustainability related courses, you can go to our labs website, which I had presented to you in our first lecture. In that, if you go to the Lens project website, you will find our partners. So Lens is the learning and education network in sustainability. It's a consortium of universities from about 150 countries at this moment, more than 150 countries, because it's a very fast growing network. So all those university departments which are listed in that particular website, they offer design oriented sustainability courses, and you can select which one works best for you. So now coming to the question of the kind of job opportunities. So this is a very emerging field. As a result, you might not find too many jobs with the advertisement criteria, especially mentioning a sustainability expert. But this might not be situation in another, say, 2 to 5 years time. You might find more and more jobs which come with the headline that they are looking for somebody who specializes in sustainability. But because you have a product design background, as the student has asked, this becomes an extra add-on feature that you can offer. Now, depending on which area you specialized in, say for example, if you got a specialization in life cycle assessment, there are many companies, right, from FMCG manufacturers like Procter and Gamble, Godrej. The list is extremely long. Each and every company has a department which looks into these kind of aspects. So you can pitch yourself into these organizations. Also, there are many funding agencies. Say, for example, funding agencies which are linked to United Nations or linked to Bill and or linked to Gates Foundation and so on. They have many projects which are run with a focus on sustainability. So, say for example, our Lens project that is being funded by the Erasmus Plus, which is a funding scheme by the European Union. So these are the different options in which you can go and work. Many universities also hire such kind of specialists because, so say we are working on these kind of sustainability oriented projects, we also would like to hire people who have specialization in product design with a specialization in sustainability engineering. So the scope for this is extremely wide. It ranges in a wide range of fields. Do we have any other question? Okay, so we have one question which says, how to start learning the subject if you have no prior experience? If you look at the course, how it has been designed, so I have actually started the course in a manner that it is designed for people who have just no idea for what sustainability is. So I start from the very basics to explain to you what is sustainability, what is not sustainable, what is sustainable, and then went ahead with seeing how to design for sustainability. You might face an issue if you have no exposure to system design. As I have mentioned in my lectures also, designing for sustainability, you cannot make a standalone product which is sustainable. Anything to be sustainable, it has to be in a system design orientation. So, in only a system can be sustainable, not a standalone product or service. Hence, in case you do not have an experience in designing for sustainability, designing for systems, you might have an issue in designing for sustainability. So in case you do not have that kind of an experience, I would suggest that you do a course on system design. I have done a very short introduction on system design, but that is not good enough. uh, Otherwise, the course takes you through the very, very basics of sustainability. Okay, so we will take another question. This question is looking at a very, very large picture, and it has come from Subhadeep Patra. So his first question is, Do you think that our country is progressing towards sustainable development? If yes, then how? This is an extremely difficult to answer question because our country is too big and it consists of many different sectors. So we have the agriculture sector, we have the industrial sector, we have the handloom sector, we have the tourism sector, just too many to name. Now there are different policies, there are different pace at which each of them grows. Of course, with each policy, everybody intends to get a sustainable development. All of us would like to. So it's very difficult to pinpoint whether our country is progressing towards sustainable development so easily. You have to study each and every sector. Some sector might be progressing more sustainably, while other sectors might be lagging behind in certain ways. Also, this question requires certain kind of predictive modeling to be done. And as we have discussed in our short lecture on system design, this sustainability is applied to a probabilistic system. So our societies, our economies are all probabilistic systems. So we just have probabilities. So one has to do a lot of computational analysis, maybe, and can answer this question. And that is not an area of my expertise. Another question that he has is, do you think that there may be creation of unsustainable system in future due to invention of artificial intelligence? If yes, then how? I think yes, this is a very, very interesting question. And this question also makes me think in this new direction which I had not been working till now. So thanks for this question. Not trying to answer this question. If you talk about sustainability, as I have discussed in my lectures, I have always been trying to tell you that sustainability does not come by itself. So if I create a system, that does not mean that it is sustainable. I have to design it to have the features of sustainability. That's what the aim of this whole course is. So only if you include those criteria while you are designing something for artificial intelligence, we have any chances of getting sustainability. Also, we have to be careful. Again, we are talking about probabilistic systems. So there is always a probability to certain extent only to achieve sustainability. If you have any more questions, then you can raise your questions. Okay, so I think we do not have any more questions at this moment. So it was nice talking to all of you. Of course, you are joining me only through chat. If you have more questions, you can always ask it on the forum, and we will again have more live sessions during the run of this course. All the best to all of us. Thank you.